Hello, welcome back everybody. Welcome to Field Trippin'. I'm your host, Kevin Jordan. Super tired this morning, been up with the baby since probably about 3 o'clock this morning, hanging out, feeding, changing diapers and whatnot. But today I'm going to talk about an amazing plant of the week. I've skipped a few weeks because as you know, I've been a little busy, but I'm really excited on this plant. What if I told you I had a plant that was fast growing vine, evergreen, had beautiful flowers, loved full sun, could tolerate a little bit of dryness, likes well-drained soils, can tolerate a bit of shade if it has to, but will thrive in full sun, bloom spring, summer, and probably just into fall as long as the heat is there. What is this plant? Let's find out. Well, what's great about this plant of the week is I didn't have to go far to find it, and you probably may have noticed it in the background of a few videos here. I have it in my backyard up along my fence. I've got a wire fence here that I built a while back with a great friend and a great builder, actually. He is, I'm not so much, but he definitely is a skilled builder. But grew these. I think I've planted, I think there's actually just 3 individuals back here. So as you can see, my whole fence is covered there. There's one individual there, and it's spread all the way across the fence and it kind of meets up with this other friend here. There's 2 another one I planted, and then the third one is actually pretty far away. You can see all these flowers are beautiful. And that's the third one. And so what's kind of cool, and you can see I got a lot of plants I need to trim back and do some work with. But as you can see, from basically from my little gate here all the way down is only 3 individual 1-gallon plants. I think they were like, maybe $10 each or something when I bought them at the time, a handful of years back. So I believe I've had them growing along this fence for maybe 5 years now. Like I said, what's great about them is they can handle the heat, they can handle the sunshine, they're evergreen. So for me, it actually provides like an informal barrier. They're smooth to the touch, they don't have any thorns or anything. So they're really easy to work with, they're easy to trim back and manipulate. But as you can see, the flowers have this pink throat on there. They're just really pretty. I think they're native to like Malaysia and a few other tropical regions of the world. So they come out, that's kind of a rainforesty plant that is tolerant of it can handle the cool winters here. Like, we don't get too much snow or anything like that where I live here in Sacramento, although maybe once every 10 years and half an inch might fall, but that's whatever. We get hail at best, but a little bit of rain in the winter, but hot, dry summers, and they are doing great. I actually barely water. I really actually don't even irrigate them in the winter, and then I'll only hand water them a little bit in the summertime, just to keep them freshened up and keep them happy. But they're pretty well established now, so I really don't have to give them too much supplemental watering. We're right near a creek here. And then I have a little bit of a lawn, not much, actually a really small little patch, and so maybe a little bit of runoff gets to it. But they're a really hardy little plant. Like I said, it's easy to maintain. They're evergreen. You can see they're just now starting to flower. That's why I thought it'd be a great time to kind of highlight them for plant of the week, because they're a great little evergreen wall cover or barrier. They're kind of like a twining vine. They will climb on things, but they're not going to be as aggressive as, say, like a morning glory or a few other vines. They're not like as bad as the ivy, so that they don't choke things out too much. But you'll see that they can kind of climb against themselves and on each other. You can see some vines here starting to kind of twine around each other. So they sometimes I will have to cut them back as they kind of stretch off this fence. Oh, Bearsy wants to play fetch. That's that time of day. Before work, he wants to go play some fetch. But you can see it's actually covered this fence quite well. And it was actually, like I said, just 3 individual plants, 3 1-gallons that I planted and then trained them up along this fence. They kind of stretch towards each other, but a little bit of light, all-purpose fertilizer, and they do really well. They're, like I said, these ones actually where I'm at get partial shade, partial sun, which probably might be a good thing. But you can see this one even stretches all the way, and it's been going past underneath this tree here. Got a couple red sequoias here, and it's going to probably make it all the way down to the end of that fence there. You can see a lot of yard work still to be done here, but for a plant choice, for a vining choice, I know a lot of folks, hey, I'm looking for a vine. What I like too is that since it's in my backyard, and my backyard isn't too huge, it's pretty small, on the smaller side, probably compared to some folks, big backyards. But what's nice is sometimes you want some fragrance to your flowers, but other times it's nice to, if you're gonna have a big wall of vines that if you really don't want it, especially they're gonna be blooming all the time when it's warm, because these things will keep kind of cranking out these flowers as long as it's getting good sun and good heat. We'll have wave after wave of these blossoms, these really pretty blossoms. You can see them coming out. But for me, they're not too potent. Their fragrance isn't too potent. You know, I know some folks are sensitive, you know, to fragrant flowers and things, and I love, you know, honestly, personally me, I love, you know, smell flowers that smell great and have a great fragrance, powerful fragrance. But sometimes it's good to kind of, you know, like I said, if you have a big wall of something that blooms for such a long period, and it's so close to where you're going to be hanging out, it's maybe sometimes it might be an advantage to have one that doesn't have a strong fragrance like these ones. So, you know, just wanted to give this as an example. This is our plant of the week for this week. It's the pink bower vine. I believe it's Pandora jasminoides rosea. I believe it's a part of a genus that has maybe like six different varieties, or 6 different you know, plants in it. Genus of 6 different ones that are kind of similar, right? They're all related, but this one specifically is a really cool one. You can get it at all your nurseries here. I use, typically at least. You might want to call ahead, but to see if they have it in stock. But it's just a great selection. Look at it. Like I said, if you need a vine that grows quick, it's evergreen, low maintenance, somewhat drought tolerant. Like I said, they actually do that. Although they do come from regions that do get a good amount of rainfall. They kind of like well-drained soils. They're on a slight little hill here where I'm at. We have a good little slope where they're at, so the water they do get kind of does drain, but they need to stimulate a little bit. You give them a little love and they give it right back. But look at that, nice wall of green that has some cool blossoms in it with some you know, white little trumpet with a nice pink throat. You can't beat that. It's a good choice. So if you need a vine that's non-fragrant, evergreen, fast-growing, flowering, can tolerate full blazing sun and heat, pink bower vine. Check it out, pink bower vine. All right, if you like this video, which I hope you did, please consider hitting the like button, maybe leaving a comment, subscribing, or whatever. Come back for more. We'd love to have you as part of the field trip and crew. And until next time, happy gardening and best wishes.